Hey folks, hope everybody's doing good today. I wanted to finally do a video on this wrecking crane that I've made. I took a Tyco, simple little Tyco crane. Actually, if I can get it. I took one of these cranes right here. I took the boom, I don't want to say the house because I didn't take this part, but the base, the car body, and some motors, some electronics, and I made a working HO scale wrecking crane that I can control from my phone with DCC. And has custom sounds, but messed up a little there. So you can see it rotates, and then using some relays I can change whether I control the hook, oh hold on, I had the wrong one selected. Oh, it has connectivity issues, electrical pickup issues. I really don't know what that is. Gotta wait, let it start up again. So I need to play around with that with my electrical pickup. If you hear any noises in the background, that is the dog. She's in here with me today. Nope. You can see the boom. Now, I got inspired to do this off of a model railroading forum post I had found. Somebody had taken the Tichy train group wrecking crane kit and he motorized it, but his only has a rotating house and a boom that goes up and down, whereas I made mine able to also have a hook that can be moved. And last I tried to check, that forum post is gone. I can't find it, but the man who made his work, he has a YouTube page, so I will post his down in the description so you can go check out his stuff, because he's the main inspiration for this. If it wasn't for his posts and stuff, I would have never been able to do this. But I just took 3 motors. One of them is a servo motor, and you can kind of see them right there. And then 2 of them are 90-degree motors, where they have where it's just a motor hooked up to basically a gearbox that really gives me a lot of torque, makes it go very slow, but it also makes it 90 degrees, so I can have it rotate and my boom can go up and down. And then I used a little, you can kind of see it through there, a little servo motor to do my winch. And I'm very, very happy, very, very proud of this, because I love cranes and I love trains, so I combined them both here. And I figured I would finally show this off to everybody, and I will, whatever questions you have about it, I'm more than happy to help you figure this out, so you can be able to make your own, so you can do cool things like this as well. I love seeing little animated features on layouts, and mine has a lot of them that I have done throughout the years. So we will take our crane here. We're going to put a flat car over here to this side, as you can see. And we are going to lift this boiler up. Move the camera down a touch. I'm kind of doing this bit of a janky way to support my phone, because I do not have a tripod. But we shall, with that, oh, let me get some tweezers. There we go. without further ado, we shall do a lift. Oh, and this is also a custom sounds I did. I took some videos of Detroit two-stroke motors. I'll put links. Actually, it was really just one video. I'll put a link to that video that I used to get my sounds from, to give him credit. I very much like a two-stroke diesel. I love the sound of it, so I figured why not add that sound to this. And I still wanted a whistle though on it. I believe this is a Banshee whistle is what I used. I don't exactly remember, but without further ado, here we go with a lift. Now we will see if it'll swing without shutting off on me. Am I clear on the backside? No, I'm not. I have construction equipment in the way. If you can't tell, I like construction a lot. That's what I grew up in, was doing construction work. So, I would obviously have a bunch of construction equipment on my layout. Alright, here we go. Oh, it stopped. Probably because it's leaning too far one way. Well, oh, no, we still have power to the layout. Here, I'll go and rotate that a bit. Oh! It'd be because these wheels over here are off the track. You know, that'll do it. That will do it. Just gotta let it start back up and we'll continue spinning. Yes, it's... I need to fix my power issues. I'm kind of thinking about trying to put a capacitor in there, if anybody could kind of help me figure that out and to keep it from doing that, because the decoder I have in there has a capacitor with it already, but I really can't, I don't know. If anybody give me some tips and tricks on how to help it have better power in it, some sort of keep alive system, a capacitor, something. I've been trying and I've been thinking. I haven't really experimented with anything yet because I'm just worried I'm going to tear up something, because this actually took a bit more effort than it probably should have, but now that I know what I'm doing, I can make another one really, really easily, and I would like to make another one. I'm actually kind of working on doing one in O scale now, taking a post-war Lionel breakdown crane that I have that's missing a lot of pieces, so I figured, well, this would be a very good one to make motorized. But let's get back to this one. Okay. Now I gotta wait again. I do need to fix this problem, but it does work though, as you can see. I'm very, very happy with this. I very much like it. I'm very, very proud of what I made. Oh. Okay, yeah, this is kind of a trouble spot where it spins. I don't know how to fix this. Okay, there we... Oh. We gotta continue to wait. This is kind of a lot for it to do. Ah! There we go, it is spinning. Perfect. Well, maybe if I can move the camera so you can see what is happening. We have to raise our boom. Nope, wrong one. There we go. I'll stop it from swinging because a little momentum is causing that to lose connectivity. So it really should not be that sensitive. I don't know what it is doing it. I'm really not well versed. Maybe my solder jobs on the wheels, like I said, a capacitor might be able to help, but I really am not well versed, I guess, in this as I'd like to be. And you'd think... What was that? Oh. And this project has been a long, long time coming. I started work on this probably a year ago. Ugh. Yeah, it's giving me troubles now. I started work on this crane probably a year ago. Started to make headway, and then it didn't. Then it just fell out. So I decided, all right, I'm just gonna put it to the wayside. I'll come back to it, and I'll try again. Well, here we are a year later, or at this point now over a year, but it has been done for a couple months now, since about, I want to say the beginning of the year I've had this project done. It's hitting a little bit of a resistance spot on there, so it's not too happy right now. But here we are, and it's done. I figured it out. I want to make another one, because I've learned from this one. There's so many different ways I can do it. And you may notice this ugly switch and the side of it right here. That's just so I can move it around the layout and it doesn't keep on trying to start and not start because it's losing power. Eventually I'm going to get one of those magnet switches to put in there. It's going to look way nicer, and to me that's just cool. Just wave a magnet over it and it turns on. I'm very fascinated by little things like that. But if the crane would like to cooperate, doesn't really want to right now. I'm just going to... Maybe I can help it along. It usually does better without a load. The biggest I've done is a box car. This thing's lifted it up completely by itself. It was not happy at all about it, but it did do it. Okay, now we're going to try to set our load down on our flat car here, our Great Northern flat car. Now if I can just... See, in real life, with these kind of things, you would have a man down here on the ground, usually 2 guys with something like this, or maybe even 4. You'd have 2 men over here, and you'd have 2 men over here, one on each corner of the car, basically, with a guy wire. And what this wire is, it's usually attached to some point on the load or onto your lifting chain itself, and it's to keep it from doing what it's doing right now, spinning. And I have a fan going, so that's obviously why it's spinning so much, but can't really simulate that on this, so I can kind of just move it with my fingers a bit, which I guess I could take this chain, hook up to it, and keep it from spinning, but for this demonstration, I'm not going to do that because of how much trouble this has been giving me. However, we're going to let it down a bit, and then we're going to lower the boom. So we can just set it down on there. Oh. Well, now I gotta wait because I messed it up. Yeah, I've gone through this thing. I've really soldered in some more points and stuff, and I'm starting to think my problem is on my wheels now. Maybe, really not too sure. However, let's let the load the rest of the way down. And there we go, we have it. That was a somewhat successful pick for this. I know it seemed to struggle a good bit, but it did work. And now, I have tried engines, but it's not too happy with it, so the next one I'm going to make, I'm going to have probably some more counterweight, and it's going to be bigger. Because you can tell this is not the shell from a Tyco crane, this is from an Athearn. Because it was able to fit everything I have up in there. It's actually quite compact. It's actually quite, It is quite packed in there, and I have pictures of it and I can show because I don't like taking this body off anymore, and I have to just because it's delicate electronics and wiring and stuff, and I don't want to mess it up. So, we're now just going to bring our crane back around. Let's move the hook. It's very finicky right now. How weird. Maybe. I heard the startup. Okay, there we go. And you can see it does much better without a load on it. It's much, much happier. Oh, and it stopped right there. It always stops right there in that middle point. I'm not too sure what causes this, but it is what it is. Once I finish this video, I am going to actually take it off the layout and see what's going on. See if I can figure it out. So I would like to fix that because I plan to take this to a club I'm part of. Run it on their layout and kind of just show it off a bit. But if it's going to continue to do this, and I can't really go and show it. I don't like showing things all kind of not really working, even though I am doing this video on it currently. But I think it's pretty well polished in the current shape it is. Alright, let's set down the boom. And we'll zoom in a little actually. See how that, there we go. I might be able to see something now. And forgive me with the crappy camera work, I'm not well experienced in this kind of thing. This is something new to me right now. Figured I'd start doing videos on my little creations because I, for years, have always looked for how to do these kind of things, see if there's somebody online to show me how, and I couldn't ever find it. And the very few times I could, find somebody who could kind of show me how, they don't really want to. They want to keep these kind of things a secret, and I never understand that kind of stuff. To me, you should share out this information. When people don't know it, to me, the better the world will be. If everybody can do things like this. I think it's just cool. It's cool. It's fascinating for somebody to make a little project like this. But anyway, I digress. Let's put the crane back ready for shipment. If I could send the boom the other down is what we need. Oh. I will say the boom gets a little stuck sometimes. I've oiled it. I really don't know what else to do. I can't figure out what's going on. I don't know. It's very weird. Very, very finicky. As you can tell. I don't understand it sometimes. It goes up perfectly, but going down it has trouble. So I really don't know what it is. Oh, wrong way. Wrong. How odd what just happened there. Well, that would help if the wheels were on the track. Well, I don't know what just happened. Well, if I take these out? Okay. Hold on. Okay, don't touch. I got it. Yeah, like I said, it's very, very picky on its power. I gotta look into it. I gotta figure out what's going on here. Alright, let's raise the boom back up a little. Far enough. Nope. Hmm. How odd. Okay, well, that is that on the crane. It works. It functions. So I will be, but at the end of the video, I will be including pictures of this being made, and possibly a picture of the YouTube channel of the man who made the Tichy train group crane motorized, and I'll include links to the parts, motors, the relays, and everything I use to make this crane, if anybody wants to do it themselves. And I will be more than happy to walk somebody through how this goes, to how this is made for anybody who wants to make their own. Be awesome. I think everybody should make them one. Be cool. I think it's a cool little feature to have on a layout. I think it is a fascinating little crane. And thank you for watching. God bless.